Okay, what is up, my beautiful besties? Welcome into Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia, and I've been called to do one of these like emergency type broadcasts. And I really am asking y'all a huge favor. Please bear with me while I explain the energy that I've been picking up on. Okay, it's going to be a little bit specific, and sometimes spirit, when we channel stuff, spirit speaks to us in a way which we will understand and find familiar, in order to things that we find familiar in order to convey a certain type of energy, a certain type of message. Sometimes it's a really weird way. We'll pick up on some songs or something. Today, for me, I'm picking up on a song from a very popular song if you are Canadian, like myself. If not, you might or might not know this. I'm not sure. But there's a children's performer, like entertainer from, I don't know. I grew up watching him, Fred Penner. Okay, maybe late 80s, early 90s. Anyway, just a dude in a guitar. Um, and he would sing in the forest. And he had this really popular song called The Cat Came Back. Okay. Now, like I said, please stick with me, friends. Okay. So the song is about this cat. And, it goes, the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought he was a gunner, but the cat came back, and it's like he couldn't stay away or they couldn't keep him away. That's the whole theme. It's kind of a cute song. Now, Spirit keeps putting this song, on my heart and like, in my brain, what's going on? The cat came back, cat came back. So I sat down and I was like, all right, why is this showing up, right? Why do you keep sending me this song? And then Spirit put it on me, like told me exactly why. So I'm starting to channel someone. I'm starting to pick up on this energy of, it's going to be different for, anyone who resonates with this message. It's either one specific person or it could be a whole entire group of people that you know in your life, okay, who are just absolutely floored, absolutely frigging flabbergasted at the fact that you're still standing, okay? The cat came back. We thought he was a goner. The cat came back. Now, the energy that I'm picking up on is not as innocent as that cute little Fred Penner children's song, okay? No. This person or these people, right, have done a series of really shady things to you to I hear bury you on purpose. Now, a couple of readings back, or maybe it was the last one, we did pick up on someone who thought they were going to bury you under some rubble. And then I picked up on that vibe of you taking those pieces of rubble and using them to rebuild or to build your castle. Okay. Where, no one can keep you down. I actually picked up on an emergency broadcast reading for Cancer specifically. Okay. And this is for the collective. Okay. So no, it doesn't matter what sign you are. And even if you resonated with that reading, it doesn't matter either. I'm just saying that there was a theme in that reading as well about you cannot keep you're someone who, how do I say it? Nothing can keep you down. Okay. No one can keep you down. And there's someone out here who's literally saying, and it's not me, so please don't shoot the messenger. They're like, they're looking at you and they're saying, you're like a bloody cockroach. You can't be killed. You are hard to kill. Okay. Now, I'm not out here saying that people are trying to unalive you. Okay. Please don't flag me, YouTube. Oh my God. Okay. That's not what I'm saying. It just means that you can't be kept down. Right. So that's what it is. Please, if somebody's out here trying to actually physically harm you, go to the authorities or do what you got to do. I'm just a tarot reader. All right. I don't really want to get into that. So seek the help that you need outside of a tarot reading, please and thank you. Okay, let's get back to it. Now, you are so resilient. You shouldn't have to be. First of all, I commend your strength. I feel like you're amazing, incredible human, very strong. Yes, you've gone through the most, okay? And yes, you've come out of the other side of it, but you didn't deserve to go through it. I'll say that much, okay? You shouldn't have to be that strong. And I feel like it's time right now that you are in a soft era in your life where you feel safe enough in your world to not have to be that strong. But that's just between you and me. Just for me to acknowledge that for you, you deserve that peace in your life. Now, you might have it right now, and I really hope you do. That is my wish for you, is that you have that peace in your life right now and that softness. But this energy that I'm picking up on, you got people shook, okay? You got people mad. You got people absolutely torn up, okay? I'm picking up on, not only are they angry, furious, kind of, in disbelief, flabbergasted, I heard, like I already stated. But we also have, these people are scared, okay? Terrified. You specifically, not only just about, okay. Spirit's like, slow down, Alicia. Okay, there's so much trying to come through at once, and it always reminds me. I'm not sure if y'all are Simpsons fans, but there's like this one episode of The Simpsons where they describe how Mr. Burns is able to still stay alive, and it's like all his diseases are trying to come through the door at once. Everybody's like stuck. Anyways, that's what it's like sometimes when I'm channeling. Anyway, and now I'm off on a tangent. Okay. It's all trying to come through at once. So, and then Spirit will give me a blank when I go off on a freaking runaway train. Oh, talking about The Simpsons. Anyway, okay, Spirit. Where were we? Oh, what they're scared of. Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you. So, not only are these people or this person, I don't know, I'm going to say these people because I feel like it's more than one person for most of you. They're terrified not only of being exposed for the work that they did against you. Now, again, gotta finish my thought. They're also terrified of you and your strength and your abilities. Okay, you might already know exactly who this is. But for those of you that don't worry, stick around. We will ask. Okay, that's one of my first questions that I got going on here. So, and we will get to tarot, obviously. But they're scared of being found out. They're scared that you're going to find out, and then you're gonna do something, right? And you're gonna have some kind of, there's gonna be some kind of retaliation because these folks, okay, whether or not you are into that kind of revenge storyline for yourself, even though we know that it to be true that if you are seeking revenge, you better dig 2 graves, right? Because revenge, you end up hurting yourself in the end. It's never good. But it's easier just to leave it up to karma, right? And leave it up to spirit and let God, let the universe friggin' deal with it. Let go, let God, you know what I mean? But that's a personal choice, and I'm not here throwing shade on what anyone wants to do with their life. Okay, your choice, right? Choose your own adventure. But I will say that they are terrified, whether you choose to enact some kind of revenge or not. They are terrified of that, and they are terrified you and your abilities because they can't understand why you keep coming back. Okay, they can't understand why you can't be kept down. They can't understand why you won't just die. You know what I mean? Like a cockroach, right? But I'm not, again, not calling you a cockroach, okay? This person is like, they just can't figure it out, okay? And that's it. They just can't figure it out. They can't figure out your strength, how you do it, and it's freaking them out. They're scared. They're terrified, okay? I don't feel like they... and you know what? I guess I can ask what they did, but I gotta tell you, I already know. Like, it's the kind of people who I feel like these people went as far as like not just throwing shade or spreading lies or rumors, gossiping. They were sending evil eye, right? Some of them were lighting candles with your name on it, like carving. I hear them putting your name in a jar, in a freezer, graveyard dirt, and rusty nails, like. This person went to someone else to have work done on you. I mean, I feel like they were doing the most, okay? The most. And they were doing it to you, right? And so I feel like you got these people shook, right? They could have even done something as a group, okay? Now, I don't want to like tap in on folks' paranoia out here, but I mean, gang stalking and things like that, like that shit's real, okay? And it does happen. But either way, you got these people terrified. Okay. All right. I feel like Yeah, I feel like they swore you'd never get back up again, and guess what? You did, okay? Not only did you get back up again, not only did the cat come back, you came back stronger, more powerful. Like I said, you took all those stones they were casting your way, and you built yourself a freaking temple, and you're the ruler. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're on the rise right now. Okay, so right now those people are sitting in fear because every move they made to destroy you basically just made you stronger, right? And I feel like I know I'm gonna ring the sound bowl. We're gonna get to the reading in a sec. I know. But you're the proof that divine protection is real, and I feel like this glow up that you've been on, and I want to mention that because you have been rising. Like I said, you came back stronger, you came back harder, you came back more talented, you came back like your abilities, like maybe they're afraid of your psychic abilities or your ability to just kind of pick up on energy or whatever it is, you came back stronger, right? Okay, your glow up is haunting the hell out of these people, right? So again, let's dive in. What am I channeled? Oh my gosh, 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna bring the sound bowl, friends. Anyways, jeez. Hmm. Okay. All right. Spirit. Oops. Okay. Okay. I'm calling on Spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. Y'all, if you're still here, like the reading, please, to let me know. Okay. Let me know if you made it through that 11-minute channeling. Okay. I'm calling on Spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. Now, I didn't even ask a question. But we've got 2 3s. We got the Empress. We got the King of Wands. Yeah, listen, this is about you, right? This is about you. I will always read the Empress as the divine feminine, as our collective, regardless of what your gender is. Um, Even the King of Wands, that's you, right? The King of Wands, that's you. The Knight of Cups right now, that's you. This is your energy. This is where you're sitting at, okay? You are looking out to a very bright future. I feel like there is something that you have cause to celebrate. Okay, so Spirit wants to open this message to see where you are right now, and why it's got these people so shook, why it's got these people so upset that you just won't go away. Okay, you're not going to go away. You're here to stay, and you not only that, is you have a very bright future, like I stated. Okay, where you are now, you've already reestablished yourself, and you've established yourself as the damn Empress. Okay, you do not need to chase anything or anyone. You attract your own happiness, your abundance. But I will say this: you are full of passion, you are creative, and you've got a fire in you. Um, you've got a fire in you that, I mean, you're a life giving force. You're a force to be reckoned with. Whatever you think of, whatever you dream of, you can do it. You are an incredibly powerful type of magician in the sense of like, you can make things that you think of, like your thoughts become things, okay? And you know how to direct energy, and you know how to give life to new projects, goals. Like, you go after what you want, even though you are in the energy of like, you don't chase, you attract, but you still have to go out there and like put some kind of action behind what it is that you want to create, right? Like, that, right? But I'm preaching to the choir because you know that. Um, and you do that, and you're not afraid to put yourself out there. You are extremely confident. And what I see is that you don't, these people thought, like I said, not only did they think that they were going to bury you in some way, um, that, you wouldn't show your face, or you'd be too embarrassed, or you'd be too, like, they really dragged your name through the mud, your reputation, they tried to ruin you. They literally tried to destroy you, okay, on multiple levels. Um, And all it did was like reinforce your ability to like it just made you stronger. It made you more confident. It didn't affect you. It bounced right off you. I just heard that the playground spell, and it's a spell or a hex. I don't know. I'm the rubber, you're the glue, whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. That's a little hex from the playground, okay? Um, so it's like a protection spell, I suppose. I don't know what it is. Let me know what you think it might be, but it's magic, okay? You said some magic words to protect yourself, and even as kids, we teach kids to do the same. Now, you, like I said, you're under that divine protection and you have come back with a vengeance, is what I see here. You've you are even more confident, even more magnetic. I feel like people cannot take their eyes off of you right now. You've got a lot of people watching. Okay, you got a lot of people watching you, a lot of people with their eyes on you, waiting for your next move, waiting for your next step. But guess what? You're sitting pretty. Okay, that's all I gotta say. You're sitting pretty, and I feel like you got a lot of love offers, and whether or not that's shown up in your life just yet, you got people again paying attention to you. You also have people. I just heard. um, I don't know if you've seen the recent South Park, but the brown nosing energy. If you know, you know. You let me know in the comments. You got a lot of people coming back, tail between the legs, to apologize for what they did to you. Okay, you've got that because you do scare. Like I said, this reading is going to be about multiple people. Okay, who did you dirty, and the weakest ones. Okay, let me just tell you, the weakest ones, the people who were just followers, like hopping on a bandwagon, didn't really have beef with you, or didn't really have really like a bone to pick or anything, any good reason to. I mean, maybe none of them have very good reason, but again, the weakest links, I want to say, the weakest people, the weakest, whatever, people who are just going along with it because they're followers, okay? NPC type energy. You're going to have a lot of those people coming around. This is probably how you're going to find out about it. Okay, this is how you're going to find out that it's even taking place. You got people so shook, okay, all shook up, all shook up over you and your phoenix rising kind of moment that you got going on, okay. And so you're gonna have a lot of those people coming back and apologizing to you and groveling. I'm hearing groveling. You're the damn Empress, okay. I feel like there are people who are coming back tail between the legs and tattling. Okay, you got such and such over here in a corner crying, terrified when you're going to make your move. They don't know what you're going to do. They can't believe that you're still standing. You're going to hear it from these little, I just heard peons. I don't even use that word. I don't even know if that's correct. I don't know. Um, I'll tell you, 5 of Cups underneath the deck. This person, the people, they are devastated, but they're not devastated for the right reasons. Okay. They are devastated because they're scared. They're terrified. They're devastated that the work that they did on you didn't work. Okay. They are very upset about that. All right. That's why I said it's not for the right reasons, as in like they have regret or remorse over what they did. No, they're sad it didn't work. Okay. This person's sad it didn't work. Anyways, I have got some questions that I want to answer. Okay. I have questions and I want answers. That was just more channeling. Got questions and I want answers. Listen. Oh dear. Okay. I wrote some questions down actually. I wrote down like, who's this person or this group? Who are they? Who tried to break you down? Okay. So let me just get a couple cards for each of these questions, or however this reading is. Sometimes I have a plan for a reading. When I start with a channeled scenario, like I'll write down some questions so that, I'm not lost in the sauce while I do the reading. And then, yeah, I mean, it goes into an entirely different way. So we have Death. Death is our stalker card right now. We are still in Scorpio energy, so I'm not surprised to see Death come up in a reading. It comes up in almost every reading right now, but it could have been a Scorpio, okay? Or the Scorpio could have been like the ringleader of the group, okay? For some of you, it's just simply people who will not change, who will never change, who, what it gives, like people, oh, you peaked in high school, okay? That's, I just heard you peaked in high school, like, people who are always going to be the same. Like, I don't know. It's giving that energy. Now, I know it happens even a lot in the movies, but it happens in real life. And that's why the movies, art imitates life. It's like when you leave a small town and you go off, maybe you go to college, maybe you just go adventuring, maybe you travel, whatever. And you have all these experiences and you go and you live your life and everything. And then you come back and the same people are doing the same things and they never leave. It's like the person who's going to like, croak, never having left the 35 kilometers, away from their home. You know what I mean? That kind of vibe, right? That's what I'm picking up on. These are people who will never change. They've always been the same way. If they're a bully, they've been a bully since friggin' grade school, okay? Which, bless their heart, bless their heart. Bullies are bullies for a reason, but I'm not here to give this person sympathy. They really tried to destroy you, okay? And I'm not here to hold their hand while they get therapy for it, okay? I'm not. So what exactly did this person do to you? The Emperor. This may have had to do something with your love interest. This could have been the ex-partner or a karmic. Could have been somebody who was pissed off because the Emperor was interested in the Empress. Remember, you're the Empress. So someone was interested in you. Someone had their eye on you. This could have been your divine masculine to the divine feminine. This could have been a twin flame situation for some of you. Okay, not for everyone, but if it resonates, hey, it tracks, because this person over here with the death energy, they would have wanted to put an end to you. You threatened their status with the Emperor, okay? Now, I mean, listen, I know there are different situations out there, so please, fit the rules where they fit in your life, okay? Do what you need to do to move the roles around, because this could even be a mother and a father, okay? I mean, maybe your parents, okay, or whatever. That could have been about your father. It could have been a sibling. It could have been, whatever, however, okay? Please. It was a third party situation. Okay. Again, third party doesn't always mean romantic. Okay. But it's someone who has been left out because of you. They felt like you were the reason why they were left out of this Emperor's light. I'm hearing you got all of this Emperor's attention. Okay. This could have been at work. That could have been your boss, right? The Emperor is usually someone who is the divine masculine energy. It's the father archetype of the tarot. It's the boss. It's the law. Okay, right. So yeah, I mean, this person usually has their ish together, and they are respected and revered, in a high vibration. So you having their attention, it's going to stir up jealousy in these folks who are losing it because you exist. It's literally because you exist. I don't feel like you've done anything wrong, like what did they do? Okay. Oh, what kind of energy or actions did they send towards you? The Chariot and the Seven of Pentacles. They could have tried to F with your vehicle, definitely with your money. Okay. I'm trying to figure out. They could have tried to call in at your work, tried to get you fired. I just heard cut the brakes. My God. I really hope that did not resonate for anyone when I just said that. Okay. Pump the brakes, maybe pump the brakes. Maybe it was on your bike. Maybe they stole a bike. I don't know. But listen, they tried to mess with your money, tried to mess with your car, tried to mess with your job. They literally, every area of your life, they tried to mess with. Every area of your life. Oh my gosh. Your love life too? Okay, what were they hoping to accomplish by tearing you down? What were they hoping to accomplish by tearing you down? The Fool. First of all, they wanted to make you look like an idiot. Okay, they wanted to make you look foolish. And they wanted a new beginning. They wanted your life. This is somebody who wanted to step into your shoes. They wanted what you had. And they figured if they tore you down and took it, that they would be able to start a new life in your shoes. This is someone who's needs to get their own life, okay? They're definitely a jealous individual. Yeah, that's exactly it. This person did not like that you were so happy, that you were so evolved, that you brought joy and happiness into other people's life. Listen, you are radiant as hell. When you walk into a room, all the eyes are on you. And it has, like, there's something special about you. Now, again, it doesn't necessarily have to be physical, like your beauty in some way. Maybe you've got incredible eyes or amazing hair, or you could have, like, just a really cool style about you, or the way that you speak, or like maybe you've got a nice butt or something, like, I don't know what it is. Maybe you've got something, you have not maybe, you have this like X factor. Now, again, it doesn't have to be a physical attribute. It's the way you carry yourself. It's your confidence. It's your magnetic energy. It's your aura. Like, you can't help it. You are a chosen one, or earth angel, or divinely protected. Obviously, you're an empress. Okay, you walk into a room, you light people up just with your energy. Okay, with the sun, you bring light into this world. You're a light worker. Okay, whatever label you want to put on it, you've got that. You've got it. You've got it, and it triggers people's demons. Period. Okay, that's what it does. The light is the light. Okay, you radiate right from the inside out. It doesn't even matter. And so this pisses them off, right? Like, this pissed off this person. And I feel like they were hoping to extinguish your light. Not only just extinguish your light, but paint you in a negative light, take you down a notch. I'm hearing like, well, she ain't that good, or he ain't that great, or like, you know what I mean? Like, they were trying to, I feel like for some reason, this person or this group of people feel like you stole their thunder. Like, you just arrived on the scene and boom, all eyes on you, and they got jealous and they got butthurt, and you outshined these individuals. You outshined them. Okay, and you continue to outshine them, and it's driving them nuts. Again, they did this work on you. Okay, they did work on you. Again, they are terrified. Let's get into it. So let's find out why it didn't work. Why did their work work? I know we know you have spiritual protection, that you're super powerful, but let's just see. I got a question. I gotta ask the question. Why did their work? Judgment. Wow. Judgment and the Magician. Oh my goodness. The fact that you were trying to work on a chosen one, an earth angel, a divine feminine, divine masculine, whoever you are are powerful AF. I feel like you are on another level, okay, spiritually. And I feel like it was almost a test. Now, this is going to sound weird, okay? Because this person was showing up in the death energy, they had this moment where spirit was giving them, okay, you could, like, are you going to take the high road? Are you going to take the low road? This was a personal spiritual test for this person, for these people, and they failed miserably. And so the work was never going to work. It was all about what I feel like spirit was testing them. Like, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to be friendly? Are you going to be friends? Are you going to, again, take the high road, take the low road? This person chose the low road, and therefore their abilities, I feel like this person had their own abilities. That's what I mean. Like, it's almost giving like a lower vibrational type of magician energy. And I say that because there are people who have ill intentions when they dabble in the dark arts, okay? Or in magic or manifesting or prayer, things like that. There are people out there who pray for others' downfall. I would call that dark arts. You know what I mean? They're operating from a dark space. Baneful magic, that kind of a thing. A magic that seeks to control or alter another's free will, to me, is baneful, like, full stop. Not acceptable, not okay. And people want to argue with it. People who like to do that kind of work want to argue with it. And I just don't care. So if you're one of those people, you can leave now, because it's not it for me. We are here. We're of the light. There's a place for darkness. I mean, duality exists, and that's a tangent. I'm just saying this person was under some kind of spiritual test. Okay. Are you going to take the high road? You're going to take the low road? Are you going to be in a higher vibration, lower vibration? They chose lower vibration. They chose, when they work with energy, when they work with, let's leave it at that. When they work with energy, this person takes the low road. Okay. They take the low road. They put out the baneful magic. Okay. They're trying to hurt other people with it. That's not what it's for. Okay. That's not what it's for. So spirit basically put the protection on you. You didn't even have to do anything. Okay. You've got divine protection. You are covered in light because you are of the light. Okay. Nothing can touch you. You are evolved. You are past them. Spirit knocked them down. Whatever they tried to do, knock you down a peg, bury you under that rubble. Spirit has buried them deeper. Okay. They dug the hole deeper for themselves is what they did. They did not pass the test. Okay. They did not get their magician's license. Therefore, nothing that they tried to work, none of their work's going to work. None of their work's going to work. Okay. This is long too. Okay. This is long. How are they feeling now that their plan has backfired? How are they feeling now that their plan has backfired? 7 of Wands. So they're getting even more mad. They're trying to defend their actions. Yeah. They're trying to defend their actions to anybody who's coming at them because I feel like it's pretty obvious what's happening. They're also trying to run away. They're trying to run away. It's like they're really defensive right now, but they also don't want to stick around to face the consequences. All right. They're pretty fearful. Here's the 5 of Swords. Here's that 5 of Cups again. And the 5 of Pentacles. Do you know how bad it is to get the 555 out? Now, I know usually sets of any number is considered a good thing. And maybe if you Google 555, it could show up as a good thing. But to me, I mean, 5s are challenges. They are about change, and change can be challenging, right? But 3 5s in a row like this, 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, broke, busted, disgusted. Okay, this is what it's giving. This person, they have regret. I shouldn't have done it because it didn't work, and now I'm fucked. Okay, it's not because I don't feel like I should have done it because it was wrong. Do you know what I mean? This is like I'm about to get consequences. Shit, that's what it is. Okay, so I want to know what Spirit's doing behind the scenes to balance out this situation. What's Spirit doing behind the scenes to balance out this whole situation? 9 of Cups. Giving you the most. Oh, are you serious? Oh, this is just making them so mad. Look at this. So mad. Okay, Spirit. I like the way you roll. I'm here for it because look at that. It's giving you the most. Anything. I feel like you're getting what they wanted. Okay, I'll just put it that way. You're getting what they wanted. It's going to burn. Especially if it has to do with like the person that they loved. Okay, I'm just saying. Pardon me, I'm just saying because 3 of Swords it's going to cut deep. It cuts deep. Not only does it cut deep, but it's not whatever this is. It ain't going nowhere. Oh man, hold on. Wow. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Spirit's basically giving you everything that they wanted. Okay. And it's only just beginning. Their karma's only just beginning. Wow. Okay. Wow. And I feel like, what's crazy is like you could, here's the thing about how I know like your energy is nice. Okay. You're just nice. You're a good person because you could, by all means, rub this in this person's face. You could rub it in everybody's face. You could be out here bragging. You could be out here like, the amount of happiness you receive with the 9 of Cups. It's like your wish come true, but it's emotional satisfaction. It's like, I have got everything I need and more, bitches. Okay. That's what it feels like. I just heard that Dave Chappelle, I'm rich, bitch. I just heard that. I'm rich, bitch. So you could be getting like a lot of really good things happening for you in your life right now. And it's killing. It's killing this person. It is killing this person. Whatever they wanted for you is what they are about to experience. I'll tell you that much. And whatever it's like, Spirit's like, okay, watch this. Everything you wanted, I'm going to give to them. And you're going to have to watch. All right. You're going to have to watch. And here you are, like I said, in a higher vibration. You are an earth angel because, like, that's what I wasn't picking up that you're necessarily here for the revenge arc. You might want to hear about it. Maybe we should extend this reading and find out more because I feel like I could find out more from this reading. So maybe I will if you're interested. Okay. But in the meantime, I got to say, you're above it. You really are above it. You could be rubbing their nose in the dirt. You know what I mean? But you're not doing it. You're just focusing on your bag. You're just focusing on what's yours, like focusing on your projects, your goals, your new relationships, your bag. Like I said, you got it. You got it. I'm rich, bitch. You've got it. You got it. And they've got it bad. Okay. Bad news for them. Okay. 555. Not good. All right. Let me think. Let me think for a second here, friends. First of all, I just want to say thank you for being here. I hope this message resonates for you. It's nice to know that at least, people who had it out for you are scared of you. Good. Let them keep their distance. You don't have to even do anything, but you just know that you terrify the shit out of these people. And good. Who cares? And that's the funniest part is I don't feel like you pay them any mind at all. Not even like 1 ounce of attention. And here they are making their whole lives about you. It's funny to me, it's funny. You're focused on your bag. You got your success here. All right. I'm just saying. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could spill some more tea here. I got some more questions I could ask. Like, we could really find out like what's haunting them, and this specific karma. We can get into it. We could talk more about your comeback and what's going on with them, how it makes them feel. I want to know about Spirit's final judgment on this person, where they're going to end up, where they're going to end up. What does your timeline look like? We'll extend it if you feel like it. If you feel like getting a little bit more tea on this reading, the link was always going to be pinned to the top of the comments if I extend a reading. Yeah. Thank you so very much for your energy exchange. It really means the world to me. It really does. And it just helps support these readings, and it helps me bring these readings out to YouTube, and just, I can spend more time focusing on it if I'm not worried about, bills and things like that. Well, everybody's worried about that, but you know what I mean? Just helps cover some costs that I can, focus more time and energy over here on these readings. But otherwise, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my day. And, thank you for liking and for sharing and your comments, and just thanks for hanging out, it means the world. So yeah, I guess I will see you either in the extended. I'll drop a little preview to see if you're interested, or I'll see you in the next reading, friends. Take care. I'm like, oh, it's emergency broadcast, but it feels like so much more. It feels like so much more. Okay. Maybe I'll have to. Okay. I don't know. Oh. Okay, besties, let's hop right into this extended. You know what? Let's just ask right now, what is haunting this person the most right now when it comes to the whole situation, the whole entire situation? We know they're terrified, but what's haunting them the most? Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, okay, I'm going to take it all. It's a whole dang stack. Let's do it. Let's take it all. What is haunting this person the most right now? Oh, there's the Emperor again with the 3 of Wands. Okay. We've got I shuffled. Y'all saw that, right? I shuffled, and we still have the Emperor to the Empress and the Devil. Okay. Wow. This is a lot. What's haunting them the most? I love seeing the Emperor and the Empress and the Devil. This person is obsessing over your connection. Okay, I gotta say it, over your love connection. That's haunting them the most right now. But let me just tune in and grab the details.